Hello, everybody. Today we're going to delve into a little bit of self-help, a little personal healing at the same time while we're doing teaching. In the area that we're going to talk about what are some 12 ways to overcome negative thought patterns. You know what I'm saying? When we view the world, we view it through the mental attitude. And through our mental attitude, a lot of times it seems like we can think more negative than we can think positive. That's why depression is so high, you know what I'm saying, amongst people. And so what I want to give you 12 ways, 12 things, 12 ideas, 12 snippets. Remember, I'm listening to this as well. You know, one of the things I learned is that as I teach something or as I share something, the more you hear it, the more you get better with it as well. So if you struggle with negative thought patterns, I hope that this helps you as well. So the first tip, strategy for overcoming negative thought patterns is having a daily negative thought time. Having a daily negative thought time. And basically what that is it's a time, maybe it's 10 minutes, where you basically you embrace those negative thoughts. So that means if you have a negative thought throughout the day, you write it down, you put it in your phone, but then you return back to it later, and then you go through it. So that way, all throughout the day, you're not being carried along with these negative thought patterns, controlling and taking control of your day. You fighting them, you replacing them, you're doing all these different things, but you basically have a negative thought time where you say, "Yep, I'm gonna deal with you." I'm gonna deal with you, but I'm gonna deal with you at a certain time. So the first tip is to have a daily negative thought time throughout your day. Number two, replace the negative thoughts. We don't overcome negative thoughts. We replace them. We don't overcome them, we replace them. Here's 4 simple steps in which you can replace them. Number one, notice when you started the pattern. Notice when you started the pattern. When did these negative thought patterns start? What was the situation? Was there an incident? Was there a tragedy? Was there something that started it? Number two, acknowledge that is a pattern that you want to change. Acknowledge that this is a pattern that you want to change. Not something that you want to live with, not something that you want to just cope with, something that you actually want to change. And number three, articulate what you want to be different. Articulate it. What do you want to be different? I want my mind to be different in this way. I want to be thinking this way. I want to view this obstacle in this way versus the negative way that it is. And number four, in terms of replacing the negative thoughts, choose a different behavior, one that serves your goals. Choose a different behavior, one that serves your goals. Maybe you have a negative thought patterns and one of your goals is to lose weight. You know what I mean? So you say, I'm gonna go out for a walk, I'm gonna go out for a run, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna exercise, or I'm gonna meet with friends. I'm not gonna isolate myself or be alone. And so we replace those negative thoughts. So that's number two. Number three tip on how to overcome negative thoughts is to be your own best friend. A lot of times we're mean to ourselves. They also always say that about 90% of self-talk is negative. Out of all the thoughts we have, the self-talk is negative. So what you want to do is you want to release it. You want to let the process dwell itself out. You want to let it out. You want to be your own best friend. You want to track it. You want to identify, when are these negative thoughts happening? What's happening when these negative thoughts happening? Is it early in the morning when you wake up? Is it at nighttime? Is it when you get overloaded with kids' responsibilities, whatever it may be? Identify when these negative thoughts happen. Be aware of it. And the last one is reframe it. You can reframe it. You can reframe it once you know that you're being mean to yourself. Consider what would your best friend say to you? What would your best friend say to you when you're having these negative thoughts? A lot of times we have these negative thoughts and we go into negative town and we crush ourselves by doom and gloom. But we basically want to replace those thoughts. And you think about, what would our friends say to us? Okay. And number four way of overcoming negative thoughts: write instead of thinking. Write down why the negative thought is present. It helps you purge it out. It helps you think it out versus just thinking it out. When you write things down, when you put it down, and it's also easier to make sense of it and move it forward. A lot of times when it's stuck in our head, we don't know where it starts. We don't know where it begins. You can start with one negative thought, then another negative thought, then another thing happens. But when we write it down, it tends to put it right into perspective. you know what I'm saying, exactly what it is, and we're able to deal with it a little bit more easier. And number 5, make a conscious effort to find things to love, like, and appreciate. So instead of fighting these negative thoughts, consciously reach for something that makes you feel better. Consciously reach for something that makes you feel better. So when a negative thought comes, consciously think about something. Maybe it could be your kids. Man, I love my children. I love the way my children is doing this. I love the way my parents is doing this. I love this happening. I love when I did this. I love when I did that. So instead of fighting the negative thoughts, consciously reach for better feeling thoughts. Say it out loud. I love the way the coffee tastes today. Or I appreciate the chance of being able to go to work today. Consciously, audibly put these things out there. Those negative thoughts come, put it out there. Consciously talk about those things. Okay? And number 6, ask yourself some tough questions. You want to ask yourself, what do I get from having these negative thoughts? What do I get? What is the payoff? Okay, from having these negative thoughts. What's the reward for me? I know you're saying, well, there isn't any rewards. It's just happening to me. It seems like it's happening to me and not for me. But what you can ask yourself, what are the negative thoughts? What is the reward for me? Is there a little reward? Is it sympathy? Is it empathy? What are you getting from it? Is it time being spent doing other things? What is the tough thing? You know, what is the reward for me? So what do I lose by engaging in negative thoughts? What is the cost? What is the cost that you know, maybe it could be spending time with your family, maybe it could be spending time with other friends. What is the negative cost? What is the cost associated with it? What are the benefits that you receive from engaging in positive thoughts? What would happen if you changed it from negative thoughts to positive thoughts? What would happen if you know, one thought that I got from this book by Napoleon Hill, it said every day in every way, I'm getting better and better by the grace of God. So every day in every way, I'm getting better by the grace of God. And every day in every way. And so what that does is it empowers you. It lets you know that every day and in every way, you're getting better. It's a positive thought. It's a thought that puts it out there in faith. It puts it out there, control, you know what I mean, to speak life over your life versus the doom and gloom from there. So you think about it. What in the past made you think negatively? What is it? What is it that made you think negatively, that makes it seem so hard? And what will you do now? What will you do now, which is the main question. What will you do now? Will you stick with the negative thoughts, or will you switch over to the positive thoughts? Number 7, establish new habits. Rather than thinking in terms of overcoming negative thoughts, in terms of establish new habits where there's nothing to overcome. You know what I mean? Establish new habits. The negative thoughts come, instead of just attacking them, do something different. We talked about it earlier. Do something different. That could be, you know what I'm saying, get around your pet. You know what I'm saying? It could be paint your toenails, go get a manicure, go get a pedicure. You know what I'm saying? Be outside, be on the beach, go for a walk. Do something different. The thing is to do something different and not stay in that spiral of negative thinking over and over and over. Number 8, stop watching the morning news. Statistics show that people that watch the morning news starts their day off negative, and the negative thought process continues to increase over the course of the day. It shows that a positive mindset increases productivity and satisfaction while reducing the negative thoughts that continue to engulf us. And number 9, use affirmations. When you wake up, open your eyes and feel gratitude for another day. Write down daily affirmations. I love the people, man. I love the people I work with. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my children. I am more than a conqueror. I am a lovable person. I am a good person. I am a person that loves people. The very fact that we're doing this video and you're watching this video is the fact that you love people and you love yourself. And so use affirmations to help you with the negative talk, to replace those negative thoughts by using that. Get a gratitude journal where you can write down not only just the gratitude stuff, but where you can also write down, you know what I'm saying, your affirmations as well. Okay? Positive thinking is a daily task, but it's worth it. It takes work, but it's worth it. Because remember, our minds are wired for negativity, and so we have to overcome that by the positive the action that we put forth. And number 10, develop your success routine. Every morning for 15 years, okay, the author of this article said he's done a process called quantum programming. And involves, it says, each morning as he wakes up, he meditates and he focuses on the person he wants to be and the quality of life he wants to live. He set a few important goals to keep his momentum building towards his dreams. And when he knows what he wants and he's driving at it daily, negativity will fade. So basically what he's saying is develop a success routine. That means instead of just letting the thoughts come to him, he sets his mind towards the things that he wants to accomplish and how he wants to accomplish it. And once he sets his mind to it, maybe it's a new project, maybe it's a new something on the job, maybe it's something in the family, maybe it's something, whatever it may be. He sets his mind to it. He develops a success routine. And he does it for 15. He's done it for 15 years. You may not have done it before, but you can start it now and let's see how it works you. And number 11, channel those thoughts into something constructive. Channel those thoughts into negative thoughts patterns can easily take over, but a fantastic trick is identify what negative thought pattern is and project it. You're excited, and then think about what you're excited about. A negative thought comes, and you think about what am I excited about. You know what I'm saying? You exchange the two. A negative thought comes, you think about, you know what, I'm excited. I have a football camp coming up for kids. Okay, so negative thought comes, I can put my energy towards this. I can put my energy towards, this camp that's coming up and the things that needs to happen and how it's going to happen and the benefit of the kids. And I can put my energy towards making sure that we have the best camp, the safest camp possible for these kids. So you can do the same thing. You have negative thoughts. You have these negative thoughts. You turn it around into the positive thoughts because you start to think about a project that you can be working on that can actually bring you joy and bring you peace instead of bringing you, keep you spiraling in the negative. And the last one, focus on gratitude. We talked about it earlier. Gratitude is underrated. It's by most essential component to a happy life. Life doesn't just get easier, but we become stronger as we reframe difficulties by recognizing the little things that's going on around us. We reframe them. It doesn't mean that we go away. We reframe them. Things bad happen. We reframe it. We change it the way. Think about this. If I was to ask you to write down 2 lists, one list, I want you to write down a list of things that happened bad to you in your life. You know what I'm saying? Things that changed that negatively, that changed your life. And then on the other side, I asked you to reframe it. And I asked you to write down a list of how did it positively impact you? What did it do? Who did you meet? What did it cause you to do differently than you did before? Then you'll see that the power of reframing the difficulties, it helps you focus on the little things and help you see that, you know what, although it was a situation, although it seemed bad at the time, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because it brought out some positive things. So there you have it. Those are 12 things, 12 ways to overcome negative thought patterns. I hope this was helpful to you. Again, we all have it. You know what I'm saying? No one is an island. No one is all by themselves. No one is exempt from it, but there are ways that we can overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And so again, I hope that this helped you. I hope this encouraged you. I hope that you found some encouragement, insight, one of these or 2 of these or even all of these that you found that can help you with your negative thinking. You're not alone. You're not alone. Just remember that you're not alone. We all go through these things, but we all can overcome these things when we do it together. Stick with the community, stick with other people that are like-minded that can help you out as well, okay? I'm Donovan Darius. You guys be blessed. Have a great day.